And we are live. This is the Cornfield, and my name is Scarecrow. And this is my guest star, Sam Wich. Sound off, Sam. Yeah, this is a little awkward for me, too. So, games. What's your opinion of the industry, Sam?
Which one?
Well, gaming. What's that?
It's a good pastime.
Definitely.
And,
Some producers do seem to take advantage of their audience something fierce. Selling us half-completed games as fully completed and whatnot. I'm not really fond of that. No, far from it. Right? I'm talking unfinished, though. Like, dang, one particular game I can think of, Mass Effect 3, the ending is hidden behind downloadable content. Gotta pay extra for it. That's the kind of bullshit I am against.
so, what kind of games do you like?
I'm mostly a shooter RPG kind of guy. Mix the two together and I am in heaven. Like, Fallout 3 is one of my favorite games of all time, for that exact reason. Even if it was just Oblivion with guns. I liked Oblivion, too. There we go, my whole head's in frame now. Good. So what would your favorite game be, Sam?
Anything Call of Duty.
Right on. Heck yeah.
I got really good.
I can get behind you on that one. I was never much into COD just because it seemed like the same game every time, but definitely can get behind the shooting thing.
Who doesn't like to just go shoot people?
Right? I've always preferred Doom because, well, none of the enemies are living humans.
Well,
even the guys you shoot at the start are zombies.
I
love shooting zombies. There's nothing quite like it.
They just keep coming. It's like, and you know what? They don't really take much cover, so you're just right there.
Definitely.
No. I know.
Yeah, I suppose it would be a good idea to let YouTube know I fell off the wagon recently.
Yeah.
3 months this time, but who's counting? And I managed to short out my mouse and vape pen in the same night. Fuck this tropical storm. Well, we've already managed 5 minutes. So what's your favorite Call of Duty, since that's your favorite series? OBS disconnected. Now we're back. What's your favorite Call of Duty?
No, I just never got over the Black Ops.
Ah,
That's never-
right. The last one I played with any kind of intent was World at War.
yeah. You know the really old ones that they had for like the first Xbox and everything?
Yeah.
Those are really good.
That and Brothers in Arms, that's a good
What
one.
was the one before that? I think it was like they had Call of Duty 1, 2.
Yeah, they did a lot of numbered Call of Duties before they started doing the subtitled ones
Yeah,
every
but they
year.
were all like,
Yeah. And then Modern Warfare took a step into the modern era, and yeah. As for shooters, Doom, Half-Life used to be a favorite of mine, and then my ex-wife, who I met through it, divorced me, and it kind of ruined the game for me for a while, but I've been getting back into it recently. I still owe our old guild master a crowbar fight. I can't do that here because the Wi-Fi doesn't allow you to connect to multiplayer games.
no,
Starbucks across the street does, though.
yeah, I really liked, I like GTA.
Right? The last GTA I played with any intent was San Andreas, and I spent so many hours in that game that I didn't bother with any others.
I can space that.
It was so easy to just snag myself a little biplane because I found the jets too annoying to control, and I'd just fly out to the border of the world.
Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, I like Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
I mean,
like medieval times.
I played the first one, the second one, and the third one, and then by the time the fourth one, Revelations, came out, I was so burnt out on the series I couldn't finish it. And then I just haven't bought any of the rest yet.
Kind of.
So you ever play many RPGs? Yeah, I'm a big Final Fantasy fan, big into Dragon Quest as well. I've mentioned Mass Effect, although I've only played the first one through. Fallout, obviously. Heck, I could stay entertained for years just on those. Although I've beaten most of the mainline Final Fantasies at this point, the only one that remains unbeaten for me is number 3, because that one has some serious bullshit toward the end. I'm talking the Crystal Tower, climbing that motherfucker with no save points. Ah! Of course, that was the NES version I was playing on an emulator. I had the DS version, but I never made it far because I can't really do this kind of deal for too long. It would be nice if we had some people in chat making suggestions. Of course, I imagine people are avoiding this, expecting us to start fighting. Just because I am a little toxic in the shorts I produce. Trying to move away from that. It's not working out too well for me. Any games you planning on playing in the future? Like once the shitstorm of your life is over with? It's okay if you've got so many on your mind that you can't come up with just one. I don't blame you. I know I want to finish 14 Endwalk or something fierce, but that hasn't been on the... Well, now I know of a place I can go and log in safely, so there's that at least. Just a matter of it costs money to play it. The story's been incredible so far. Without spoiling too much, it's been really good so far. I can't say much without spoiling anything and everything, and
Yeah, you know,
oh lord.
like guns.
Life is just a box of spoilers. You never know what you're gonna get. The final boss is the first. I'll put it that way. Creature that they built up as the mad god of the whole verse is the first boss of the expansion. And then it just goes wild from there. Turns out that guy wasn't shit.
Yeah.
Of course, I'm a damn good healer, so... Although, I got White Mage to 90 before I finished the story and started leveling Machinist, then my life went to poo. Machinist is a class that can fire guns and summon turrets and robots to help. And you're like, robots in Final Fantasy? What?
You know, like,
The only problem you might have with it is it's an
Gears of War. Gears of War.
Gears is good, yeah. I never made it far, but it was pretty decent. I started playing it, and then my Xbox 360 red ranged. And then my ex ended up keeping it in the divorce. The game itself, even after I got a new Xbox. Kept most of my childhood games, in fact, but I'm going to end that little line of thinking there because even alluding to her could get another warrant put out on my head. Not that New York can do anything to me down here in Florida. Except threatening phone calls and sending me letters.
Yeah, I hear you all the time. Yeah, all the time. What do you want?
Yeah.
I used to do that shit too until I was a telemarketer for a little bit.
Right? Telemarketers are about the only calls I get anymore. I have attention deficit disorder, so that gives me my own type of narcissism that people don't like. I don't particularly like it either. But then again, I can come off like I'm screaming at somebody without realizing it. It's a little annoying, to be honest. And has cost me more than a few dates. Pretty girl comes up, says hi, and I'll be like, hi! And then it'll come out as hi! You what? Yeah. Kind of annoying. Although, I haven't been into girls in a long time. Women mostly. Oh, God. Thinking. Content. Subject matter. How about... This'll get easier as I go, I'm sure. Maybe next time I'll write down a list of bullet points. I wonder if there's a wheel of subject matter. Yeah, here we go. Speaking topics. If it'll open. There we are, it's loading. Give me the wheel. Alright, describe something you could never give away. In my case, it would probably be this computer here because it's kind of my workhorse. Anything?
What's the question?
Describe something you could never give away. It doesn't have to be an actual item.
What's the question?
Describe something you could never give away.
That's something. Maybe.
Yeah, I don't blame you there. I'm kind of in the same boat after everything that's happened to me.
Well, the funny thing is, I don't really give it.
Yeah. People just take as they like, it seems. Especially where you're staying right now.
Okay. Yeah, I can tell you about back to
Yeah. It was what? Gone? What the fuck?
to
That is just fucked up.
so yeah, I'm just not good.
Right? I'm half tempted to ask my mother if you can move your tent onto her property.
It's a possibility, honestly.
Right? She's a good lady and Nobody in my family steals.
That's awesome. That's good. I mean,
Well, my brother and cousin, but they're not welcome there anymore. And my brother's in jail right now, and my cousin's in rehab in Jack's. Hopefully they'll fuck off to their own little corner of the world when they're done, because I'm done with both of them unless my cousin wants to pay me back the $100,000 he owes me. Doubt that. My brother doesn't owe me anything, but he did try to make me be a getaway driver for him, so I'm good with his bullshit too. My cousin sticks a machete in his leg and goes around telling people I stabbed him. Like, come on. Right? He was under the guise of helping me get the yard in order. I mean, you saw it. It's a mess. Hey, Ben Shannon. I don't have a Snapchat. I mean, if you're still here, obviously. And not only do I not have a Snapchat, I'm not going to be making a Snapchat. That one that you may find under my name is long abandoned. Hmm. Potato. What's your favorite kind of potato? This is Sam Wich, Ben.
hey, hey,
Yes. Mine would definitely be a toss-up between red and Yukon Gold. Red because they fry up nicely and make good home fries, and Yukon Gold because nothing beats them for mashed potatoes.
potato.
With some chives mixed in. Oh, yes. Thinking about once I've got a place doing a cooking show on my channel. Yeah, we got someone in chat. He's asked a question. He's only asked one question so far, and he might have bailed by now. Ah, let's see here. Yeah, my apologies. I'm not exactly Tim Pool. That guy knows how to keep a conversation going. I'm new at this whole thing. I've wanted to do a podcast since I was 14, and this is kind of living the dream.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
Right? Only just now realized I have the equipment to do one RL. Camera's so blurry. Must have gotten wet last night. Yeah, it did. That's big as fuck. Oh well. It'll defog over time like my phone does when it gets wet. You up? I'm hoping that wasn't a cheap camera. And I can't afford to replace it. Maybe if I hadn't been so gullible with those damn Russians. I don't even have any idea who Terry A. Davis is. My apologies. Care to fill me in? Looks like my boy is pulling up his phone to see. We might have some content here.
Oh, sure.
I mean, if Ben Shannon's name dropping, this has got to be juicy.
Sure.
You what? I didn't hear you.
So I'm not really sure, but
Maybe I will. What's he all about? Oh. I know one thing's for sure. I got soaked this morning and my jacket is still wet. Ah, right on. I very well may. Thank you for the suggestion, Ben. Might be a nice little content dealy there. Potato phone's being a potato again. Reconnected. Sleeping in my car is killing my neck. Oh. Oh, damn. And that brought it back to life. Yeah, I fell off the wagon earlier. Alright, I'm going to spin the wheel again. We'll eliminate that one and spin. Talk about a person you would like to meet someday. And now that it's reconnected, any rappers in particular?
Sure.
Right on. Yeah. Right. In my case, I'd definitely like to meet Elon Musk one day. I like what he's doing with Twitter, and honestly, I've been a fan of the man's work for as long as I've known he existed. He's the billionaire that bought Twitter recently. Also founded Tesla, PayPal, a few other things. Yeah. In fact, he created PayPal.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it made him that way. And then he sold it, moved on to something else, sold that, moved on to something else, sold that, moved on to something else. All right, and yeah, question eliminated. Spinning again. Describe a place you will never forget. Word.
It was like, I think there's a, like, online battle. It's the giant tree.
Right?
I think that was part of, like, the revolutionary.
Yeah,
As far as it looks like it.
that's dope. In my case, it would definitely be Spencerport, where I lived in New York at the time. It's a very beautiful area. Got a canal cutting right through it, the Erie Canal, and it's like an old-timey village. I remember going on all kinds of adventures in that area with my daughter. Yeah, I ain't seen her in 3 years. I tried earlier this year, and they tried to have me arrested. Begging to see my child, and my ex decides to tell the police I'm threatening her. The only threat I am to her is telling her she's wrong. But my advice to you, if you ever decide to get married, do a background check first.
We never know that.
Yeah, exactly. Don't just check for criminal history, check for mental health history, too.
Well, the crazy part is, dude, is that most people without a record are crazier.
Yes.
It's like, well, nobody checked on you. All this shit, like all this mass shootings and everything. It's like people
Right.
don't handle it. It's trying to say that that's psychological test.
Right?
They never had any mental health issues.
Yeah.
And then also, they've never been to fucking jail. And it's like, oh, but you turned out to, like, shoot up at school. So,
Right.
I mean, I just think it's pretty invalid.
Yeah. I agree.
I think you just never fucking own it. You should probably just keep a gun just in case one of them motherfuckers that doesn't have a record wants to walk up to you, because it's usually what it is.
Right? Unless you walk onto West King Street, then you're just asking for trouble.
Huh?
And even then, that area is so gentrified now, it's not as bad as it was. I'm surprised they've still got that ratty trailer park on Francis Street. Yes, I said street, describing a road. Brockport Police Department. Not everything is about her. Oh, nice. The new version of OBS lets me type in chat. Sound off if alive. We're 36 minutes in. Let's see. Back to the wheel of conversation, and we eliminate. And I'm spinning again. Oh Lord, this is going to be a tough one for both of us. Talk about something you wish had never happened.
Out of the shit that's happened.
Right? Me too. Right? Above all, I wish I wasn't catfished by Mr. Bruce Amison and his fake daughter, Kira.
Oh,
Yeah. Used pictures of a model to catfish me.
oh, well, that sounds like what it is.
Yep. Managed to steal my information and drained my bank accounts. It's amazing the kind of shit people can do with a single email address.
Information's
You what?
I said, when your information has become public,
Yeah.
it's just kind of like, it takes that one motherfucker to really just not give a fuck about you.
Yeah, exactly.
Crazy.
I mean, that bullshit even exposed my former best friend as a complete and total narcissist. That was a wake-up call for me. I thought I could trust this dude. Yeah.
I'm like, shit.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. At this point, I don't trust anybody I meet on the internet. I shouldn't have from the start, but at the same time, a lot of my online friendships that I used to have had gone on for years upon years upon years compared to real friendships I had that I say had because I lost contact with a lot of the people after my Discord got hacked, and suddenly a lot of people dropped me on Facebook for all the crazy shit that the hacker posted then. Then I got back into that, still banned off that. My original YouTube channel I'm still locked out of, which has over 1,000 subscribers. I'm on this one now with 45 and staying there. It's kind of aggravating. And it turns out all the channel growth was from a series of rage posting about a situation that I only just recently realized was a complete hoax. gracious. Finish this first. Yeah. Another question. Talk about a time when you lied to your parents, boss, or teacher.
I used to skip class a lot in high school.
You what?
I used to skip class a lot, man.
Right.
That principal chased me up the stairs. He caught me out of class. Going out with all the seniors and everything, and then, like, he saw me up on the balcony one day. He ran up that side and ran down the other. God damn, can't fucking run.
One does not simply escape the principal's wrath.
No, I just couldn't believe he chased me. Like, just seriously ran. Like, short little dude just ran up to me.
Oh, let's see.
We were not playing that game.
Time when I lied to my parents, boss, or teacher. I've called in sick a few times when I wasn't. And I eliminate that one. And spin again. Talk about a frightening experience you had when you were young. I mean, we're already both pretty young as it is.
Yeah,
Fair enough. I'd say the most terrified I ever was as a kid, and this is kind of telling. I was playing on an exercise bike, and that was something I used to like to do as a kid, and next thing you know, my uncle comes out wearing a photorealistic werewolf mask and goes right in my face. That was my late Uncle Russell. He was a heavy drinker, but he was a funny dude. I miss him. Other than that, my childhood was pretty normal. Briefly talk about a movie you saw recently. My problem with this question is I don't make a habit of watching many movies. We can move on from the question if you'd like.
sure, yeah. Next question.
Yeah. Starting to run out of questions on the wheel. Describe a memorable birthday celebration. Nothing? I'd say my most memorable birthday, and this is probably telling, I think it was my 7th. Might have been younger than that, but it was really hot that day, and I'd just eaten a lot of cake, soda, and various foods, and had my first heat stroke. Ended up throwing it all right back up. Yeah. Definitely memorable.
Yeah. Probably too.
It wants you to talk about an interesting person you've met. Besides myself. I'm not actually that interesting. What's going on over? Oh, they're just stopped. Traffic. There are bucket trucks. And there's another one. They must be cleaning up from the tropical. They must be here to clean up from the tropical storm, or they're on their way leaving from cleanup. As for interesting people I've met, well, you meet a lot of interesting people in Florida. And sometimes, I won't describe any further, it's more damaging to look beyond the surface than you may think. Question eliminated. What would you do if your best friend stole something from you?
Not invite.
You what?
Not invite them over.
That's for certain.
Yeah, just get approximate.
Right? Obviously weren't your best friend if they're stealing from you. Speaking of Thomas,
Really,
your
so the
son
gates-
still has my Nintendo Switch if you're watching. In fact, he can have it. I hope he enjoys it. And everything installed on it. He's welcome to use my account even. And know that in Christ, I forgive you, you fucking idiot. Moving on. It already landed on that one and I forgot to eliminate it, so I'll go ahead and eliminate that. We are down to 4 talking points. What is your opinion about women in the military?
None. Just let them ride.
Mine is, if she's a bad enough bitch to want to go into combat, let her. That's all I gotta say on the matter. Question eliminated. If you could change one thing about your past, what would it be? In my case, I'd choose to never go to New York. Specifically in 2010, when you-know-who threatened to kill herself if I didn't.
Who?
My ex-wife.
Yep. They used to have stuff like that. I
Right?
tried to go to the gas station without her.
Oh, God.
I literally, I had to run out the back door
Jeez.
of my house, argue, just to
Bro.
fucking go to the gas station without her. Yeah. And then when I got to the car, I had to lock it because she was trying to get the trapper side open and get in the fucking car. I was like, God damn, bitch, get the fuck away from the car.
Lord. How
And
do
we're
we
arguing,
attract
why do I want to go to the
cuckoo
gas
puffs like
station
that?
with you now?
Right?
Like, leave me alone.
I can see why you dumped her.
It took so long to get rid of her ass.
Right? Some women just won't take no for an answer.
She did not. She did not. It was like not a second. fucking day. Like, she had
Right.
to be in the shower with me. She had to be, like, got the same job together.
Clingy.
I was like, and then I started going for somebody that just did not give a fuck about me, and I was like, oh, this is nice, but then
Yeah.
she just went to
That woman that was standing on the porch when the driver pulled into that driveway, that's another ex of mine, but we're cool. Things just didn't work out between us, and it's all copacetic. I do feel like I made a mistake dumping that one, but too late now. She's already betrothed to another man. Yeah. Well, not already. It was like a year between me and him. Still.
well, at least she gave it a year.
Yeah.
Shit. Some of them have somebody just lined up the next day waiting on them.
Exactly.
Like, the hell, you been talking to them the whole time or something?
Right?
Oh my God.
Like how fast my ex-wife was in a relationship and hell married.
I mean,
Like she got with this dude and then was married to him a month later.
my thought is, like, if you have somebody the next day, it means you were talking to them both for the time. Because you didn't just get to know them.
They played in a band together. She was the flautist, he was the drummer. Yeah. And we're down to one question. And it landed on one that I forgot to delete. Oh, I can't. Say what you would like to do when you get older. Me, I'm thinking once I become a media mogul, I'm going to retire in a quiet part of West Virginia.
I think I've ever, like, actually stopped.
Yeah. I've been given to understand the cost of living is way low right now.
I think, for Delaware, it's absolutely fantastic.
Really? Yeah, but Delaware is so bougie.
Bougie. Stop there. Bougie as hell, it's the only place without tax.
I don't know about there not being any taxes.
Like, I mean, don't they have, like, no tax on this one thing?
Let's find out.
Do that in New Jersey, or, like, this year it'd be, there's, like, no tax on food or something. Tax on
Oh,
clothing.
no sales tax. Okay,
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
that's pretty dope.
Crazy, yeah. So, like, if you go in the store and you see the price, that's exactly what it is. Pretty cool.
Yeah, that is. And we're out of topics. Let's see if I refresh if it'll give us new ones. Same exact ones. Beef or chicken? Beef. I'm gonna throw a curveball and say turkey's my favorite. Smoked turkey. With a nice glass of unfermented grape juice on the side. Because I don't drink. Granted, that doesn't make me better than people who do drink, just to clarify. That's dope about Delaware having no sales tax. West Virginia cost of living. That's not bad. Can get a house there for less than $100,000. Rent's way lower than here too. Let's see what their sales tax is. Sales tax is only 6%. Neat. It's low. Apparently, there's also a special district that doesn't have taxes at all. That's probably only for the rich, though. Well, we've been going an hour now, and I kind of feel like we trailed off a little bit.
Yeah, we definitely did, man. I'm starting to space out.
You're good. I'm gonna end the cast here. Thanks for watching. If you're watching the VOD, I appreciate you sticking through. If you were here for the live stream, even better. Thank you for watching the very first episode of the Cornfield. Anything to say before we go? I've got an idea. One, two, three. Stay scary, folks.